China's position on Iran has been quite consistent in the past decades, but particularly for this conflict right now, it is a supporter of de-escalation. It's calling for ceasefire, particularly on building up respect for each other, as well as building up conversations between two sides. Behind that, the goal is stability. China relies heavily on Middle East energy and trade routes. So prolonged conflict directly affects Chinese economy internally. And Beijing is being careful not to get too deeply involved because it wants to be seen as a constructive voice in this space, but not responsible for the outcome if things go wrong.
It treads a fine line, though. Can Beijing apply enough pressure to help end this crisis?
In theory, China has the leverage. It's Iran's largest trading partner. So in practice, China is capable to apply economic pressure on Iran, and it is unlikely to use that pressure directly. China's foreign policy is also built on this so-called non-interference theory, which is arguable and debatable, but it shows that China is cautious about being drawn into the conflict it opposed for such a long time from the start. So the role China plays here is more about encouraging talks, conversations that protect its economic interest, but also, not looking into forcing an outcome so quickly. We've seen that approach not only applied on the Strait of Hormuz, but also on the Strait of Taiwan.
And also this week, we have seen the leader of the opposition in Taiwan meet with Xi Jinping, Chen Li-wun. Tell us a bit more about this visit that she described as a peace trip to China. How significant was it?
It is very significant in terms of the signal, but it's not so significant in terms of outcome and achievement. This was a very rare high-level political visit by a politician from Taiwan. When official communication between Beijing and Taiwan froze for more than 10 years, a visit being perceived as so significant and warm on the other side of the strait has created a lot of attention and debate. Within days after the trip, Beijing announced 10 measures looking at the cultural and economic interests and exchanges between two sides, which is a very big deal because that hasn't happened for more than 10 years. So the message there is quite clear. It's looking at how engagement brings tangible outcome and benefits for both sides, and that is not just about resolving a problem or finding a resolution, but to look at the common interest between two sides and how they could engage with each other again before the next Taiwanese election.
Bang, really good to get your thoughts. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Yvonne.